Hello all my chickadees, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing Lucky Day. It is a Yandere game. It just dropped in the jam that's going on right now, which is almost over. I'm so sad. But this game is actually a prequel to Dr. Morgan's counseling session. So, you can watch or play this game without having played or watched Dr. Morgan's, but if you want to, Dr. Morgan is up on my channel. You need to go check it out. And we can see Morgan as a baby. Because this is a prequel, so look at Morgan as a baby, our little psychotherapist wannabe. So, this game has 7 endings and a true ending. So, oh my goodness, we got a lot of endings to find. That's over double how many the first game had, so whoa. But without further ado, let's dive in. Who are you again? Who are you again? Sparrow! Your phone buzzes as you walk out of the office building. Taking it out of your pocket, you spot a new message from a friend. This weekend wasn't too busy for you. Not until now, that is. Friend. Hey, is that a cat? That looks like a cat in a cowboy hat. Hey, could you stop by the pet store and buy me some stuff? It's not too far from your workplace. Need it as soon as possible. Send you the money already. Thanks. Seriously? They didn't even ask if you were okay with doing that. What if you were actually busy? What then? What if right after your prior engagement you had to save an orphan from a burning building? Whatever, you aren't doing any noble causes like saving orphans from burning buildings today. Or any day, for that matter. Being the great, wonderful friend you are, you sent off a reply as you get into your car. Strapping in the seatbelt, you start the engine, you drive in the direction of the pet store. As your friend said, it really wasn't that far. Pulling into the crowded parking lot, you hype yourself up to get out of the car and go into the store. Regardless of your thoughts on pets and animals, you really didn't want to be in a crowded place right now, especially at a pet store where irresponsible owners could be rampant. You just wanted a quiet weekend, you wanted to go home and sleep or indulge in a hobby, but mostly sleep. After a few seconds of mental ping pong, you turn the engine off and get out of the car, wallet in hand. It's gonna be quick. We have to feed, I'm presuming, a kitty. We got to get food for the kitty. We don't want the kitty to go hungry, so we got to do this. We got this. In and out. You could be placed on a speedrun website for how fast you'll get the supplies. With these thoughts hyping you up, you step inside the crowded store. Walking bristly with your phone in hand, you scan the signs near the top of the aisles as you search for what you had to pick up for your friend. Ow! Uh-oh, I recognize that hair. I know who this is. Uh-oh. Looks like you bumped into someone. Sorry about that. You help the person up. And look at the baby Morgan! The person gives you a blank look, though he seems apologetic as he shakes his head. No, it's my fault. I was just standing in the middle of the aisle. Sorry. He kinda looks like he's going to cry with the way his mouth is pressed into a thin, trembling line. Did we hit you that hard? This guy just looks lost in general. What kind of person spaces out in the middle of the aisle anyway? Was he lost or something? Your question was answered as his gaze wandered again. Anyone could tell that this guy was overwhelmed. This guy was looking for something but was too lost. Maybe even a bit overwhelmed. It was the weekend, and the store was busy. There was no employees around to help this guy. Look, he has so many different expressions! This is awesome! You can definitely see the improvement from the first game. I mean, the first game was fantastic, but I feel like there's more sprites in this one, right? Right? Anyway, I love it. His face paled a bit as he kept turning in all sorts of directions, trying to find something but being too overwhelmed to take a single step forward. You could help him, but it'd be a time loss to the speedrun challenge you imposed on yourself before stepping foot outside your car. Well, we also didn't put an account time at it for knocking someone over. Yay, first save part. Oh, this is cute. Look at the flowers in the background. Okay. Help him go on your way. Well, go on your way would probably get our first ending the fastest. And help him would take longer. So we're going to go on our way. I do want to help him. You didn't have time. You were already tired as it is. You just wanted to head home. Hell, you didn't even want to be here. Silently wishing the stranger the best, you head on your way to the aisle and pick up what your friend needed. Carrying the bag back to your car, you start the engine and pull out of the parking lot. It's a quiet drive to your friend's house. A dull ache was starting to bloom in your head. Quickly sending a text to your friend that you were outside in the driveway, you lean back in your chair and sigh. Home was so close and yet so far. You briefly wonder if the guy from the pet store found what he was looking for. Before you could think about it a bit more, there's a knock on your window. Your friend gives you a wide smile as you open the door. You are a lifesaver. Yeah, I know. Handing your friends the goods, they thank you again. Here, I made too much to eat, and I know you love this stuff. Oh, thanks. A $10 bill was sitting on top, held in place by their thumb. You take the wrapped food from their hands. It's still warm. Freshly made, it seems. You pocket the bill as well. Closing the car door, you wave goodbye as you pull out of the driveway. You get some good food and $10 in gas money. The thought of a warm, home-cooked meal helps you feel a better deal with the headache that was plaguing you. Maybe this wasn't a total waste of time after all. The coming weeks go by as normal, and nothing out of the ordinary happens, as expected. Ending 1. Normal week. Alright. we got the simple ending out of the way, so let's dive back in and help our boy. You may not be saving orphans from a burning building, but you could probably help this random guy. Hey, do you need help finding something? The guy turns to look at you and nods wordlessly. So, what did you need help finding? The hamsters, he mumbles out, looking down at his feet. Hamsters? He nods and looks up at your face. Hamsters. Okay, the boy wants hamsters. He nods again, and it didn't really look like he was looking at you. More like he was looking at something behind you, or at your forehead. Maybe he was just bad at eye contact. Okay, let's go then. You look around and spot the sign indicating products related to small animals. Seems like a good place to start. Walking over, you glance over your shoulder to make sure he was following along. He followed closely, though made sure to keep some distance so as not to touch you on accident. It seemed like he avoided touching people like the plague, expertly weaving between people without so much as brushing against them. Now that's skill. That's skill right there. After some walking around, you two finally arrive at the glass displays. Hamsters were sleeping in the bedding, some sniffling around while others drank water and ran in a wheel. The guy you had helped had a slight smile as he watched them, eyes soft. His expression was a far cry from the nervous wreck you had bumped into just a few minutes ago. Thank you. He was still looking at the hamsters as he spoke. As you were about to turn to leave, he spoke again. Hey, what's your name? If you don't mind telling me, that is. I didn't get a chance to ask. Sparrow. I gotta go now. Glad I could help. Oh, look at him blushing. You answer quickly as you leave to grab what you needed. As you walk around the store, it felt like something was behind you the whole time, but whenever you looked behind you, nothing eye-catching was in your vision. Brushing it off as paranoia, you head to the checkout and carry the bags to your car. It's a quiet drive to your friend's house. A dull ache was starting to bloom in your head. You seem to understand why they ended up asking you to do this. The distance you had to drive was pretty far. Eventually, you pull into the neighborhood. It didn't take long to find your friend's house and park. Quickly sending a text to your friend that you were outside in the driveway, you lean back in your chair and sigh. Home was so close, and yet so far. You briefly wonder if the guy from the pet store was still looking at the hamsters. It felt nice to help someone out. Before you could think about it a bit more, there's a knock on your window. Your friend gives you a wide smile as you open the door. You are a lifesaver. Yeah, I know. Handing your friends the good, they thank you again. Here, I made too much stuff to eat. I know you love this stuff. Okay, I wonder if he is in our car. But the friend would probably have seen it if something was in our back seat, right? So he might be following us. Oh, thanks. $10 bill was sitting on top, held in place by their thumb. You take the wrapped food from their hands. It's still warm. Freshly made, it seems. You pocket the bill as well. Closing the car door, you wave goodbye as you pull out of the driveway. You got some good food and $10 in gas money. The thought of a warm, home-cooked meal helps you deal with the headache that was plaguing you better. Maybe this wasn't a total waste of time after all. You helped out 2 people. Surely your good deeds will be rewarded one way or another. What goes around comes back around, right? At least that's what you hoped would happen. The following week, it felt like something was out to get you. You were met with trouble at practically every turn, and by the end of the week, you were absolutely exhausted. At its worst, it felt like whatever higher being existed was trying to strike you down in the worst way possible. At its best, it was an inconvenience annoying you left and right as you tried to survive the day. Whichever end of the spectrum it was, each day ended with you stumbling into your home and passing out in exhaustion. Dang, we having a hard week. Not even the weekends were safe. Your time was taken up searching for your bicycle and frantically fixing tons of errors and mistakes on your team project. Honestly, you wish you could just catch a break already. Enough of this bullshit week. If superpowers were real, you'd probably want time manipulation so that you could pause everything and sleep for 10 years. Fortunately, you aren't that lucky. Staring at the date on your phone, you sigh and shut it off. It's a new week. Hopefully this one is better than last. Clocking out and changing out of uniform, you briefly wonder if you should take a more scenic route home. We need to take a more scenic route home. Anything to chill out a bit. There was still a bit of daylight to burn after all. A few extra steps wouldn't hurt. Oh, so we're walking. Okay. Walking down the street, you absent-mindedly decide to walk through a nearby neighborhood. A park was nearby, and the houses looked pretty. The sidewalk lined with tall trees that swayed gently in the breeze. The ambience and general vibe always seemed to have a calming effect. You enjoyed taking this route right after a tiring shift. Passing by the houses one by one, your eyes eventually land on a yard sale sign. You palm your wallet. Did you carry cash today? Curious, you followed the sign and eventually came to a house with a yard full of knickknacks and other such things. The homeowner greets you as you expected what was for sale. Let's see, a record, some shoes, maybe some games. Nothing was particularly eye-catching, not until you noticed a familiar logo. Picking it up, you realized it was an official plush from one of your favorite pieces of media. Oh, heck yeah! It was produced in limited quality, with a second-hand sales on auction sites costing hundreds times more than the original price. You were shocked to find such a sought-after merchandise in such a perfect condition, aside from the very light wear and such. The homeowner must have noticed your interest as you were inspecting the item in shock. There's no way in hell you're going to pass up this opportunity. You deserve to treat yourself for once, especially after all that's happened. You quickly pulled out your wallet, asking the seller how much they wanted. Upon hearing the price, you had to stop your jaw from hitting the floor. No fucking way they were selling it that cheap. Paying out the cash, you walk away from the yard sale a happy camper. We got a plushie! If you could, you throw in a skip and click your heels together like a whimsical fellow living in the Victorian era. You quickly made your way home, protecting your new purchase with your life. When you arrive, you look for a spot in the house to display your new item. Eventually, you found some space in your room. Settling on a shelf in your room, you make some space and put it in place. You still can't believe your luck. Maybe things were taking a turn for the better after all. Heck yeah, we got this limited plushie of one of our favorite medias for dirt cheap and good condition. Heck yeah. Huh? You look around your room and then up at the smoke detector. Did it beep? You squint at the detector before grabbing a chair and testing the battery. It's fine. Then what was that? What the hell is that beeping noise? Looking around, you back yourself into a corner. It came in the direction of... You stand in front of the shelf, squinting. Is it in our plushie? It better not be in our plushie. Eventually, another beep sounded. No, it's in our plushie. No. It was coming from the newly purchased plush. Picking it up off the shelf, you back up and sit on your bed, taking a closer look. The beep was definitely coming from here. But did you really want to cut it open? You had just bought it, not to mention how sought after this particular piece of merchandise was. Okay, we're gonna save. You can leave it alone, crack it open and take a look, think about it later. Now listen to me. We could find a seam and carefully open the seam and look inside, and then we can just easily slip stitch or invisible stitch it closed again, and you won't even notice. Like, if it has fur on it, like, I don't know what kind of plushie it is, but it'll have fur on it, it'll cover up the hole and it'll look like we never touched it. So if we're careful about it, we can do a fine job of opening it. We don't have to, like, butcher it. Okay, leave it alone, crack it open and take a look, think about it later. Let's crack it open and take a look. You carry it to the kitchen and set it on the counter. Taking out a knife, you silently apologize to your fellow fans as you prepare to cut into the merch. It's difficult to summon the resolve to actually start. Why are you using a knife? No, use a pair of scissors. After a few seconds of staring, you realize there's a tiny slit in the fabric. Okay, we didn't have to cut. There was already a cut. You put the knife down and push a finger in. Tearing it open a bit wider, your finger brushes against something hard. Picking out some of the stuffing, you reach in and pull out the small object hidden within. Oh, that's a camera. It is a small camera that was hidden inside the plush you just bought. Okay. You stare at the camera until it beeps again, wincing at the sound. Inspecting the camera, you find that there's a slot for an SD card. Popping it out, you leave the kitchen. Quickly grabbing the laptop from your room, you return to your living room and open it up. The SD card easily inserts into the slot. You're able to explore the contents. Did Morgan do this? Did Morgan do this? How? If Morgan did do this, how does he know that's our favorite plush? And we would have recognized it if he was at the yard sale. So that's clearly someone else that was at the yard sale. You navigate to the folder directory and look at the contents. Several videos were saved on it, and you watch them one by one. As you go through the videos, you come across what seems to be the test recording. Is that? A pair of hands is up to the camera, positioning it within what looks like stuffing. You make a wild guess that this is what was planted in the plush. This is when it was planted in the plush. When he backs up, you can see his face more clearly. That's Hamster Guy! Is that the guy you met from the pet store? Like a week ago? What the fuck? You watch in morbid curiosity as he walks to the yard sale and hands it to the homeowner, who seems eager to be able to sell another item. Oh, that's what happened. What was he gonna do if we didn't buy it? If somebody else bought it? Before you could go through another video, a knock at your door makes your blood run cold. You slowly turn towards the sound, grabbing the knife on the counter and walking cautiously to the front door. Looking through the peephole on the door, you feel the hairs on your neck rise. It's him. He just stands there awkwardly, waiting for you to open the door. A cloth mask is over his face, but you recognize the distinct blonde hair with strawberry blonde tips. You're unsure what to do at this point. Backing away from the door, you consider your options. Call the cops? No, they wouldn't get here in time. Let him in? No, you're not that fucking stupid. He's definitely gonna do something. Run? Oh, your car is in the garage. Not a bad choice, actually. As quietly as you can, you pocket your keys and make your way to your car in the garage. Hopping in your car, you grip the steering wheel with one hand, key in the ignition. The garage door opens pretty slowly, but if you time it just right, you can drive out with only a few scratches on the roof. Your life is worth more than a car you got from a second-hand dealership. Starting the car, you open the garage. The moment it's open wide enough, you slam your foot on the gas. Bolting out of the garage, you turn as quickly as you can out of the driveway and make your escape. In the rear view mirror, you can see the stranger watching you drive off. Wait, but if you just run away, what will he do? Considering your options, you decide to... Oh my gosh, so many choices. Run him over with your car. Hit him with your car. Turn the car around and run him over. Try hitting him with your car. Oh my god, it's all hit him with your car. We can't just leave. We have to hit him. Okay, run him over. Hit him. Turn around and run him over. Try hitting him with your car. Okay, let's try option 1. You make a U-turn and drive back towards your house. He's in the middle of the road now. Surprised to see that you came back. It looks like he made an attempt to run after the car. Boy, there's no way you would catch a car. Why are you running after it? Not stopping, you press the gas, aiming right for him. When he realizes you're about to run him over, he tries to run out of the way, but you chase him down until you manage to hit him with your car. Bringing the car to a stop, you step out and look at the man who collapsed on the road. Is he dead? Did you just kill a man? Well, he kind of had it coming, with the whole hidden camera and showing up at your house stuff. You hope your neighbors didn't just witness you run someone over. Taking out the phone out of your pocket, you call the police and text your friend. Despite barely even starting, it looks like this week is a bust. Ending 2, hit and run. Okay, I wonder if all of those options ended like that. Hit him with your car. Okay, yeah. I think all of them in the same way. Okay, I just want to check. Okay, all of them in the same way. Ending 2, hit and run. Like, wow, we're gonna make sure we didn't have a creepy follower. Okay. Okay, back to here. But we got endings 1 and 2. We're going in order so far. I'm proud of us. Okay, we cracked it open. So let's think about it later. While you do feel a bit curious, you brush it off and decide not to cut open the merchandise. At least not right now. You feel a sinking pit of anxiety in your stomach, but the guilt of cutting it open wins you over. For now, you decide to put it in a box in your closet. Hopefully you can't hear the beeping from there. After putting it in its place, you get on your laptop and spend the rest of the evening browsing the web before heading to bed. Today was pretty good. A package would be coming by the end of the today. Maybe it was all the stress stockpiling during the last week, but you made an impulse buy while online window shopping. What did we buy? What did we buy? Just to treat yourself. You'd completely forgotten about it until you woke up to an email from the website. It'd be delivered by 9 p.m. A glance at the clock is all you need to keep you pacing around. Any minute now. Ever since you had arrived home from work, you'd been biding your time, catching up on shows, watching lengthy video essays, or just mindlessly doom scrolling on social media. You tried to distract yourself from the excitement of an incoming package. Another walk around the kitchen counters, check the phone again, look at the doorway. No doorbell ringing, no knock. Another walk around it is. This is exactly me, guys. Halfway through what felt like the 100th millionth lap around the kitchen, you finally heard a knock at the door. Practically bolting to the door, you opened the door and signed for the signature. Your highly anticipated impulse buy was finally here. Was it worth it? Probably not. But you deserve a treat after surviving the last week. Setting the box on the kitchen counter, you cut open the packaging and unboxed the purchase you made. As you were discarding the leftover packaging and boxes, you heard something plasticky hit the floor. Crouching down to pick it up, you come across a USB flash drive with a clover on it. Weird. You didn't order this. Did it fall to the box by accident? Is this someone else's order? Pocketing it for now, you finish cleaning up and head over to your room. Once you're sitting comfortably with the laptop in your lap, you plug in the flash drive and open up its contents. I love how we just directly plug everything into our laptop and we're not worried about it being a virus that will destroy our laptop and steal our information. We bold. It's hard to stop your jaw from hitting the trackpad. Hundreds, if not thousands, of folders, each labeled with its contents. The first folder catches your eye. It's a popular show you've been wanting to watch recently, but it was taking off the air. Clicking in, your eyes almost bulge out of your skull as the contents reveal every episode in high quality. You quickly back out and start going through the other folders. Music, video games with emulators, TV shows, animation. The flash drive carries everything of interest. Could something like this really be ordered at an online realtor? Whatever the case may be, you're definitely holding on to this. Okay. I like that flash drive. I mean, that's pretty dang cool. They give you high definition of all these shows you've been looking for and things you like. That is really cool. I know it's like Stalker-ish, but still, that is cool. As you explore the folders, you eventually come across the folder that was inside of an empty one. Clicking on it informs you that it needs administrative privilege to enable viewing and editing. What could possibly be in there? None of the other folders so far had something like this. Save. Delete the old files and cherish your newfound gold mine. Open the folder anyway. Ignore it for now. Delete the old files and cherish your newfound gold mine. You decided to just delete the folder. It's probably some residual files or personal files belonging to the old owner. Sucks for them. This gold mine is yours now. Deleting the folder, you continue to go through the other folders on the drive. It's beginning to get late. You have no idea how long you were scrolling until you looked at the time. There was really a lot of stuff on the little flash drive. Closing the laptop, you wind down and get ready for bed. What a lucky day. It's your day off today. That means we can sit down and watch all the videos on the flash drive, right? One of the two you'll have off this week. You spend most of the day lounging around until you decide to get something more productive done. Opening your trusty laptop, you start absent-mindedly surfing the web until a light bulb lit up in your head. Nowadays, there are a lot of streaming or premium services for everything imaginable. Television, online video gameplay, music, split across different apps instead of one consolidated site for each form of media. It's easy to have your wallet drained in the span of a month. That's for real. Looking at your bank account statement from last month, you decided that today you'll be canceling your subscriptions for a few services. That money spent for ad-free service streaming could definitely be spent better elsewhere. Starting with the most expensive service you subscribe to, you navigate to the site and open up the account settings. On the payment page, you skim over as you scroll to the bottom to cancel. However, something catches your eye. The next payment due date. Usually, this one renews around the same time every month. Tomorrow, it'd renew. At least, that's what you remember. Looking at the date on the page, it's due next month instead of tomorrow. That's strange. Clicking your bank account statement again confirms your thought. You paid for the service a month ago, so it should be due around this time of the month rather than next month. No recent transactions or pending balance notice indicated that you paid it off early either. Keeping the tab open, you go down to the list of subscription services you wanted to cancel. Each one had the same discrepancy in due payments. He went through and paid all of our subscriptions for us for the next month. Okay, I'm liking this boy. I'm liking this boy. Okay. Cancel it later instead of now. Investigate further. Change your passwords. Oh my gosh, there's so many choices, guys. Okay. We're just gonna be... Let's just cancel it later. Well, it's not like you were in particular rush to cancel your subscriptions. You suppose you could just cancel it next month instead of now. Closing the tabs except for one, you decide to spend the rest of the day binging a series you had been meaning to watch. Today is another day off. Yeah, we're just taking the oblivious route, like, hey, look, a mysterious folder, let's just delete it. Hey, look, someone paid all our stuff for the next month. Well, we'll deal with it next month. Today's another day off. It's good to be active, going out to exercise, whether you want to or not. You recently found the bicycle that you lost last week while walking home from work a day or so ago. In celebration, your friend wanted to go for a scenic bike ride on your day off. Right now, you're hanging out near the trail waiting for your friend. Headphones are in your ears playing your tunes. After a few minutes of waiting, you hear someone biking up and stopping next to you. It's your friend! Greeting them, you two talk idly as you get ready for the ride. After a few moments, you're ready and head out on your way. The weather was pretty good today. You feel lucky as a slight breeze refreshes your body. Oh, that's pretty. Not to mention the stunning scenery around you. At a few points on the ride, you paused for a break and took in the scenery around you. Even if you weren't too thrilled about exercising today, the great weather and beautiful landscape surrounding you makes up for it. After biking as much as you could, you eventually looped back to where you started. Your friend stopped behind you, stretching tiredly and taking a sip of their water. As you took your helmet off, you watched your friend take their phone out. Now that you're closer to civilization, your phone had signals. Your friend tapped away on their phones as you stretched out your limbs. A few minutes later, there was a tap on your shoulder. Turning to your friend, you were met with a face painted with worry. Whoa, what's wrong? Well, I think we were being tracked during our ride. What? Your friend raised their phone to eye level. The screen showed a notification. An AirTag was found moving along with you. What? Is it not your AirTag? They shook their head. Let's check your bike. You lost it recently, right? Maybe someone planted it there. You nod reluctantly and turn to your bike. Yep. Searching the bike, you eventually come across a small AirTag underneath the seat. He's making sure he knows where we are. Well, I guess if you want to think of it positively, if we would have fell off a cliff and got lost and we didn't come back, he'd be like, oh, and he'd know where we are. I guess, you know? Holding the small disc between your fingers, you think about your next course of action. Load. No. Return. Save. Should we just keep ignoring it this go around? I am gonna get all the endings, okay guys? I am. I'm just seeing what happens if we're just like la-di-la-di-la. Throw it away, contact Yandere. Hold on to it for now. This is definitely something you should look into. But maybe not right now. You don't want to worry your friend. I think I'll hold on to this for now. Your friend still looks worried as you pocket the AirTag. Are you sure? Will you be okay? Yeah, I'll be okay. Promise. Yeah, let's head back. I'll text you when I'm home. Reassuring your friend, you grab your bike. Your friend still isn't entirely convinced, but grabs their bike nonetheless. You both head off after that, chatting along the way. After dropping your friend off at the house, you head on your own way home. You spend the rest of the evening winding down to mentally prepare for work tomorrow. A few hours and a warm microwave dinner later, you settle down in bed. It's another day of work. Not a particularly bad one, nor was it good. You'd say you were rather ambivalent about it all. Better than last week, if anything, you suppose. Last week you were tasked with a team project. Regardless of how well you did when working in groups, it ended up being the most irritating project you had the displeasure of working on. The co-workers you had to work with were unreliable and arrogant, opposing any change you proposed. It's been so long since we've seen Morgan. I'm taking all the, I don't care routes. I miss Morgan. Working on the project itself was no problem, but having to work with the team members made it an absolute drag. As a thought crossed your mind, you ran into one of the co-workers you had to work with on the project. Oh, sorry. Wait. Before you could walk past, he grabs your shoulder and stops you. Huh? Hey, I'm really sorry about last week. I realized I was insufferable to work with, and it was absolutely my fault the project was botched. Think I could treat you to some food after this? Oh, I don't know. I insist, really. Any place you want. I'll be waiting around outside after work, okay? Well, free food. You aren't given a chance to respond as he pats you on the shoulder and walks away. Oh, it's not like you had any plans for work today, after work today anyway. Free food doesn't sound half bad either. You didn't really want to have a microwave dinner 2 nights in a row. With the free food motivating you, you continue to go about the workday, looking forward to it. I mean, yeah, free food. As you left work, you text your coworker to let him know you're outside. You look around. He's nowhere in sight. Well, that's weird. Checking your text, you can see that he's already read your message. You decide to wait around a little bit more just in case. 5 minutes pass. Then 10 minutes. Around the 20-minute mark, your patience was starting to wear thin. Before you could send another text, you received 2 messages from your coworker. Can't make it. Sorry. Buy yourself something good. Gurney sent you $50. What? First of all, why is that his name on the app? Second of all, he can't make it? You're not about to decline a free $50, but on the other hand, it's a bit suspicious. Morgan so got him, didn't he? Did he knock him out or kill him or just take his phone? Do we want to know? This coworker wasn't one to just flake like that. He may be hard to work with, but he wasn't unreliable. Should we continue to be like, look, oh well, look for him anyway. Overthink for a second. Oh well. We're a little, spacey. Well, that's odd, but you suppose there's nothing you can do about it. After a bit of thinking, you decide to accept the money. On your way home, you decide to treat yourself to a restaurant you like. You make sure to bring home some leftovers as well. It's not anything special, but the food was good at least. You'll have to thank your coworker the next time you see them. Hopefully, the next team project you work on will go better, too. This week has come to a close, and time marches on towards the next day. The day has been as normal as ever, with no events standing out. Looks like your lucky streak has come to an end. Maybe the balance of bad luck and good luck has been restored. Although the week was a bit strange at times. Some things raise your suspicion, and in retrospect, maybe you should have been more curious. What would have gone differently had you not been so impassive and accepting of each stroke of luck? Well, nothing you could do now. It's not like you can rewind time and see what happened. Regardless, the thought will linger on your mind for a while. Ending 7. What a strange week. I knew it had to end with something. I knew it had to end with something if we just oh well, just let everything slide. So, we got ending 1, 2, and 7. Alright. Let's see. So these two are done. Delete the old files and open the folder anyway. You decide to open the folder. The laptop seems to lag a bit as it struggles to load the contents. However, once it loads, you can feel your blood run cold. Countless photos and videos. The subject varied from each, but they all shared a common trait. They were all related to you. Your house, your car, your belongings, you. A pit begins to form in your stomach as you stroll through the folder. It's practically never ending. Whoever took these photos and videos had been tailing you for the past week. The thought makes you sick. You'd been so overwhelmed you failed to realize you were being stalked. Paranoia sits in as you quickly get up from where you're sitting, looking around. Your window curtain is open, just a crack. Closing the curtains, you grab your laptop. Opening up your closet, you take a seat in the dark and open your laptop back up. You could use this flash drive as evidence, couldn't you? Would the police even believe you? Oh, this flash drive I randomly found that totally doesn't belong to me has photos and videos of my house. Yeah, right. They definitely believe that. You definitely wouldn't be written off as a nut job wasting precious time of the police. As you rack your brain for ideas, a light bulb switches on. What if you could investigate things yourself? Clicking on one of the photos, an image of a shirt you had lost. You open the properties for the pic. There. The metadata for the image file. Damn, whoever took these photos used a pretty expensive camera. As you scroll through the metadata, your eyes land on the GPS section. Latitude and longitude. Taking your phone out and opening the map app, you type in the coordinates you saw on screen. The location wasn't far away. Walking distance. Alright, you're doing this. Did we hunt down his location that easily? Crawling out of your closet, you stand up and put your laptop away. As you put on a jacket, you consider bringing a weapon. The Swiss Army knife in the junk drawer will have to do. Bringing an entire kitchen knife wouldn't be good unless you want to be mistaken as a serial killer. Armed and ready, you start heading out to where the images were taken. After a bit of walking, and a few detours to avoid being seen by cars, you arrive at your destination. You find yourself in an old park. Nature seems to have been reclaiming the space with all the overgrown grass and plants. Checking the map app, it's clear. This is where the photo was taken. Some sort of clue had to be nearby. Turning on the flashlight on your phone, you begin to search as you part the tall grass with your other hand to see the ground better. After a bit of searching, you come across a cardboard box that sticks out more than the trash you've seen. It was notably cleaner, and it seemed like whoever put it there was trying to hide it if the cloth over it was anything to go by. Holding your breath, you pull the cloth off and open up the box. It's the shirt you lost. And a sock that you thought had gone missing in the wash. He took a sock. Is that the lint from the lint tray of your dryer? You can feel the anxiety that had been rising in your chest seize your heart as you go through the other contents of the box. Who did this? Why? Why you? In your state of paranoia, you suddenly become aware of something watching you. A presence right behind you. The realization makes your blood run cold. You barely have the time to reach for your Swiss Army knife before a cloth is over your nose and mouth. Flailing around desperately, you try to scream for help, only for the cloth and hand over your face to muffle your cries. Lungs burning, you're left with no choice but inhale the cloth. It isn't long before your head grows fuzzy and your body goes limp. The last thing you see is a man with blonde hair, eyes apologetic as his mouth opens to speak. Sorry. Ending 3, Secret Stash. What were you gonna do with us? Surely you weren't gonna kill your obsession, right? So he might have hauled us off somewhere. But we got ending 3. We got 1, 2, 3, and 7. I am missing things. Okay. 4 endings to go. Are these the same one? Okay, that was Investigate Father. Okay. Investigate Father. That's not right. Clicking on the payment information, you review the details in this section. Immediately, your eyes lock on the payment method. Every subscription service is linked to your card, but what you know and what you see are two different things. Underneath the payment link is a PayPal you didn't recognize, linked to your account. That's definitely not right. You quickly go through each account and find they're all linked to the same PayPal. Did you get hacked? But why would they pay for it? Isn't the point of hacking someone's account to leech off their benefits? You take note of the email address and link to the payment method and open up the email composer. Determined to get to the bottom of this mystery, you type in a short message and send it off. There are few questions on your mind, but you keep your email short and straight to the point. Sending the email on its way, you lean back in your chair, staring at the ceiling to think. After a few minutes, you get a notification. Leaning forward, you see that it's a reply from the email. The initial message you sent was to question whether or not they knew their PayPal was linked to several of your accounts. You expected it to be a misunderstanding, but the reply you got filled you with unease. I linked it to your account on purpose. Sorry, am I being a bother? Who the hell was this person? And why would they pay for your subscriptions themselves? Typing up another reply, you ask them exactly that. You get a response a few minutes later. I'm Oliver Morgan. As for why, well, it's because I like you. You weren't sure if you felt flattered or creeped out. The name this person gave you rang no bells whatsoever. After a few more back and forth emails, you end up becoming more and more creeped out. The general tone of this message was polite, but the contents of each one unnerved you. Each one just preached about how he loved you and he had been watching you for a while. Apparently, he had seen you worrying about the subscriptions and took it upon himself to help you. At this point, you were thoroughly creeped out. Typing your final email, you ask him to leave you alone or you'll call the authorities. Sending it off, you block his address and start changing your passwords. You cancel all the payments as well. As nice as it would be to have all this free stuff handed to you on a silver platter, the situation was just too creepy. Once you were finished, you shut off your laptop and got up to get ready for bed. That night, you double-check the locks and windows around your house, just in case. A knocking sound wakes you up. Rolling over, you check the time. 5:00 a.m. Who the hell is knocking on your door this early in the morning? As you get up, the knocking gets more and more intense. Fists were practically slamming on the door as you groggily got up. Opening the door to your room, you abruptly ran into something. Well, actually, it's someone. Looking at their face, you're met with a surprised look from a blonde man. Have you seen this guy somewhere before? Realization sets in, causing you to jump away and slam the door shut in his face. What the fuck are you doing in my house? I just wanted to talk. Did you break in? I did, but you weren't having this. Running to your bed, you start dialing the police. Without you holding the door shut, Oliver opens it. When he sees you on the phone with the police, he quickly walks over to try to stop you. Pushing him away when he got too close, you try to escape somewhere else. However, a grip on your ankle stops you in place. He's still going after that ankle, ain't he? In the first game, he grabs his fire ankle. So he's grabbing his fire ankle again. Looking down, Oliver is grabbing your ankle with both hands, looking up at you pleadingly. Can we just talk? I'm picturing puppy dog eyes right now. Oh. Oh my gosh, really? It's all like, negative ones again. Oh my gosh. So I'm guessing this is all gonna go to the same ending. Kick him in the head, give him the boot, kick him with your foot, consider talking to him, then kick him in the head. Oh my god. We don't have another choice. You use your other foot to kick him in the head. Somehow, you manage to kick him hard enough to knock him out. That was surprisingly easy. You drag him to the bathroom and close the door, holding the door shut, just in case. Finishing your call with the emergency services, all you've left to do is hold the door shut and hope he doesn't wake up. It takes about half an hour for the authorities to arrive and take him away. After some questioning, you're allowed to rest easy. Hopefully, that's the last you'll see of him for a while. Ending 4. Breaking and entering is illegal, by the way. Okay, so we got ending 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. So we just got 5 and 6 left. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. We kicked him in the head. Okay, let's see about that. Throw it away. Contact the owner. Let's contact the owner of the AirTag, guys. Do you think we could find out who this belongs to? Yeah, hold on. You watch your friend open up an app and pluck the AirTag from your hands. After a little bit, an email and a phone number pops up. Exchanging a glance with your friend, you type the phone number into your phone. Should I text or call, or maybe we should just go to the cops? How much help would the cops be, though? I don't know. After a bit of back and forth with your friends, you both agree on calling with the speaker on. You both headed to a nearby cafe and sat outside, bikes leaning on the table. Taking your phone out, you look at your friend before gathering your resolve and calling the number. A ringtone could be heard nearby. Looks like your friend heard it too. The two of you look around before the ringtone is suddenly cut off. Someone answered the call. Hello? The voice on the other end sounded familiar. Exchanging a glance with your friend, you start talking. Hi? Hello! I found an AirTag linked to this number. I was wondering if you lost it? Oh no, I didn't lose it. Is that so? Sorry for bothering the... I put it there on purpose. What? I put it there on purpose. The AirTag. Your friend looked thoroughly creeped out as you freeze up. Grip on your phone tight. What? Why did you... I put it on your bike. Something slams the table you're sitting at. Looking up, your friend has stood up, scanning the area. Suddenly, they grab your phone. We know you're watching us, you asshole. Come out. The other end has gone quiet. Hey, give it back for a second. You take your phone back. Can you please explain yourself? If you're still there? I just wanted to make sure you were okay. That's all. What do you mean? As the voice on the other end explained their behavior, your friend was restlessly pacing back and forward, on the lookout for anything suspicious. At the end of the explanation, you sighed. This was way too creepy, but it sounded like he didn't really know that. Hey, listen. Before you could get another word in, your friend snatched your phone again. You're fucking creepy, dude. If you don't leave Sparrow alone, we will take this up with the police. The other end went quiet again. Answer me. Click. They hung up. You take your phone back with a sigh. Think he'll actually leave me alone? He better. I was serious, you know. You have a real stalker on your hand. Yeah. You take the AirTag back out and look at it with a frown. Here, I'll hold on to it. That way he won't know where you're at every waking moment. After you get off work tomorrow, we should head straight to the police station. Yeah, let's do that. I'll walk you home. Come on. You hadn't realized how late it gotten. But hey, our friend is trying to take care of us. But I don't like the fact that the friend has the AirTag now, because what if something happens to our friend? Walking home, you chat with your friend and try to relieve the tense atmosphere. Get home safe, okay? You send them off and watch them walk until they're out of sight. Turning to your house, you unlock your door and step inside. Pushing your bike to the garage, you set it down against the wall and head in. Deciding to heat something up for dinner, you head to the kitchen. You put a frozen microwave meal in and set the timer. Feels like someone is watching you the whole time. As your food heats up, you decide to close the curtains. However, the feeling of being watched doesn't go away. Before you could investigate anything, the microwave beeps. You take your dinner out and sit down to eat. It's been a long day, and a warm meal will definitely help you feel more at ease. Why didn't we search the house while the microwave meal was cooking? Because, I mean, we could definitely just pop around and look in all the house if we feel like we're being watched. It tastes a bit off. You don't really remember how long this has been sitting in the fridge. Maybe you should have ordered something instead. Oh well. After you eat, you wash the dishes and head to your room. Well, hello. In the middle of your room stands a man. He looks like he's been waiting for you. His face lights up as you enter the room. Finished eating already? How's the meal? What the fuck are you doing in my house? Picking you up. What? I'm here to pick you up. I thought I should come a bit earlier than I initially planned. You know, since you guys are planning to go to the police and all, I can't have that happening. He almost sounds apologetic. Anyway, that's why I decided to wait here for you instead. Your head was spinning with confusion. Wait, what? You shouldn't be here. You need to leave. Oh, sorry, but that won't be happening. What? I told you already. I'm here to pick you up. Hit with a wave of nausea, you try to prop yourself against the door frame. He put something in the food. You suddenly felt dizzy and weak. The man walks over, arms out and ready to catch you. Afraid, you back up and try to get away. Your attempt fails as you hit the floor. The last thing you see before you lose consciousness is a kind smile contrasted by dark eyes. Ending 5. Tagged! He was like, well, you're going to the police, so this is a very good time to, you know, pick you up, take you home, get you all settled in my basement, probably. Okay. So, we got 6 out of 7 endings. We're missing ending 6. I don't know if the true ending is separate from those 7 or not. I know I haven't reached the true ending yet. This is going to be a very long episode. But we're so close to getting them all. Okay. Load. This one. Let's go to the friend. Look for him anyway. Sure, a free meal is good. But a meal shared with another person is good too. You also can't help but worry if something happened. It's only been about 20 minutes or so. Maybe he couldn't have gone far? Picking a direction to walk in, you scan the streets as you walk. Not the best strategy, but it's not like you had a better one. You had no idea where the guy lived, after all. Who knows? What if you get lucky? Every now and then, you call his number as you walk. It's unlikely, but there's a chance he may answer. Or you could hear the phone ringing. This continued for a while. After a few minutes of walking, you called again. You passed by an alleyway as it rang. Slowing your pace, you lowered your phone from your ear. It was faint, but you could definitely make it out. A ringtone was coming from deeper within the alley. Oh, is he dead? Maybe it was just a coincidence. Hanging up, you call the number again. Okay, not a coincidence. Putting your phone away, you walk deeper into the alleyway. A wave of unease hits you as you get closer to the ringing. Fearing for the worst, you look around really quick and spot a metal pipe on the ground. You pick it up and keep venturing further in. Turning the corner, you feel your eyes bulge out your skull as a smell of iron hits your nose. Oh no, he did. There lies your coworker with something standing over him. You can barely make out the details of the scene unfolding before you due to how dark it was. How troublesome. Did I go too far? No, maybe not enough. The figure standing over your coworker raises something, a bat, over their head. Fight or flight kicks in as you rush forward with a yell, shoving the figure away from your coworker. Ugh. Looking down at your coworker, he was heavily injured with blood running down his face. Thankfully, it seemed he was still alive. His chest heaved with effort. Looks like he's barely holding on to consciousness. Looking behind you, the figure from before is staggering to his feet. Ooh, he covered in blood. Boy, yeah, you did take it too far. Who? Sparrow? This guy knows me? Oh, I'm so sorry for causing you trouble, Sparrow. You'll forgive me, right? Who are you? Oh, we haven't met. I mean, we have, but you probably don't remember me. But I remember you. They're standing up straight now, facing you. You can barely make out what this guy looks like. Blonde hair and dark brown eyes. This guy's familiar for sure. Sorry for troubling you. I'm sorry, Sparrow. You probably think less of me now, don't you? It's not my fault, is it? I just wanted to help. I'm sorry. The man staggers forward, bat dragging on the ground. You ready your own weapon, shielding your coworker. Get out of the way, Sparrow. I'd hate to hurt you. No way! He needs a hospital! No. I'm really sorry about this. He lunges for you. Looks like there's no talking your way out. Defend yourself. Channel your inner pro baseball player. Beat the shit out of him with a bat. I have a feeling this is all going to end the same way again, right? Let's defend ourselves. Like a batter about to strike a home run, you swing the pipe as hard as you can at him. Thud. Thud. The man falls to the ground, knocked out for good this time. Hopefully you didn't kill him. You quickly take out your phone and call for an ambulance before checking on your coworker. Hey, you okay? He's passed out too, breathing faintly. At least it looks like he'll survive. Probably. Dragging him out of the alleyway, you patiently wait for the ambulance. Looks like you won't be getting that free meal with your coworker anytime soon. Ending 6. Let's get food next time. Okay, I know it's probably going to be the same as the other two, but I just want to check. Yeah. Okay, we've got 6, or all 7 endings, but there's still a true ending, isn't there? I'm going to play around a little bit and see if I can find the true ending. So just hang on a minute. Okay, I figured out how to get the true ending. Actually, I did have to look it up, okay? But what happens is I have to hit all the paranoid stuff. You gotta have, like, a lot of paranoid points to pretty much get the true ending. And for paranoid, you have to pick the stuff that's just like, I'll think about it later, maybe, you know, so all of it just, like, builds up eventually. Say, like, ignore it for now. So we're not doing nothing about it. We're thinking about it. We're going to change our passwords. We're going to hold on to it, not do anything. We're going to overthink about this. I'm going to go get our... Nope. Okay, it's like... Is that all there is to it? After everything that happened, you feel uneasy. Anxiety welled up inside you. Nothing bad even happened. There's nothing to feel bad about. In fact, you should be feeling grateful that all these good things happened to you. But you can't help it. The anxiety gripped at your heart, squeezing it as it beat faster. You felt sick. Suddenly, your surroundings felt overwhelming. Shutting your eyes and covering your ears, you forced yourself to breathe and calm down. Your efforts proved to be futile as your thoughts only raced faster. Taking your phone out, you scrolled through the media sites to try and distract yourself, but your mood only worsened. What could you do? As if reading your mind, you suddenly got an ad while watching a video. Feeling depressed, hopeless, like nothing will work out. Does the anxiety you have for the future paralyze you? Seek help. Admittedly, the ad sucked, as do all ads that you see on this website, but it got you thinking. Maybe you should give therapy a shot. Surely the anxieties you have are just delusions. You just need help learning how to cope better. And hey, who knows? Maybe therapy will actually help you out. Calming yourself down a bit more, you start looking into mental health services that are covered by your insurance. Eventually, you find a good office and start setting up an appointment. Surely things will go well. Surely things will go well. Surely. True end. See you in therapy. Okay, I love that. The true ending ties directly into Dr. Morgan's counseling. Yes. So this is the same character. I was thinking maybe this was a different character than what was in the first game. It was a different character that he was obsessed with. But no, this is the same character. Morgan's the one that got us so freaking anxious about life. That's why it didn't say anything in the other game about what caused our anxiety, because during the counseling session, it jumped over it. It didn't go into detail about what made us anxious. But oh my freaking god, it's Morgan. Morgan, the whole time, he did everything to get us anxious, and now we got an ad to go to therapy, so he's gonna hijack the therapist to become our therapist. Oh my freaking god. This is genius. I love this. This was a brilliant idea. Amazing tie-in. Oh my god. I love it. Holy crap. I wonder if there's going to be a third game then. Because we've seen what happened that got us crazy to go into therapy. But what if there's another game? I mean, if the devs doesn't make another game, that's totally up to them. I'm just voicing my thoughts. What if there was like a third game? Because there's one where, yeah, we agreed to keep coming back to see his counseling, and then the third one we keep seeing him, and then things go dark again. Like, you know, maybe, I don't know, but oh my gosh, I love this. This is awesome. Okay, this is a very long video, but it was worth it. I hope you guys enjoyed. We did get all 7 endings plus the true ending, and oh my god, I freaking love the true ending. And now we know the entire Morgan storyline so far. Leave a like down below if you like this video, and I'll try putting up another Yandere video soon, because I have a problem. And as always, the link is going to be down below, so you guys can go check out the game and the dev yourself. Give them some feedback. I'm sure they're going to love hearing what you guys think. I know I freaking love it, and I'm going to leave comments and rate it and everything. Okay, I'm shutting up now. I'm going to take a page out of the book of the character we played, and I'm going to go outside and enjoy the day today while it's not raining. I hope you guys do as well. Alright, bye!